Former homeless people, what's the kindest thing someone has done for you? I lived in my car for 8 months, not in some parking lot downtown where everyone could see. I parked behind the grocery store on Elm Street where the night manager didn't care as long as I was gone by 6 a.m. My Honda Civic became my bedroom, my closet, my kitchen. I kept my work clothes hanging from the handle above the back window. I washed up in the bathroom at the 24-hour gym where I still had a membership. That $10 a month was the only thing keeping me human. I lost my apartment after my hours got cut at the restaurant. Then my roommate moved out. Then the landlord wanted 2 months rent I didn't have. It happened fast. One day I had a home. 3 weeks later I was sleeping in a parking lot. I worked the morning shift at a diner on 4th Street, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. The owner didn't know I was homeless. Nobody did. I showed up on time, kept my head down, smiled at customers. The hardest part wasn't the sleeping in the car. It was pretending everything was normal, acting like I had somewhere to go after work, like I wasn't about to spend another night in a Civic that smelled like old French fries and laundry I couldn't wash. There was this regular customer, older guy named Phil, maybe 60. Came in every Tuesday and Friday morning at 7 a.m. Always sat at the counter, always ordered the same thing. 2 eggs over easy, wheat toast, black coffee. He never talked much, just ate his breakfast, read the paper, left a decent tip. One Friday in February it was freezing, like 15 degrees. My car wouldn't start that morning. The battery finally died. I had to walk 40 minutes to work in the cold. Showed up with my hands shaking and my nose running. Phil came in at his usual time. I poured his coffee, took his order, tried to act normal, but my hands were still shaking from the cold. I spilled his coffee, not all of it, just enough to make a mess on the counter. "I'm so sorry," I said. "Let me get you a new cup." He looked at me for a long time. Really looked. Not the way most customers do. The way someone looks when they actually see you. "You walked here today," he said. It wasn't a question. I didn't answer. Just grabbed a towel to clean up the spill. "Your car broke down," he said. I still didn't say anything. My throat felt tight. He finished his breakfast, left his usual tip, then he left. I figured that was it. Maybe I'd weirded him out. Maybe he wouldn't come back. But that afternoon, I came back to my car after my shift ended. There was a note under the windshield wiper. It had an address on it and a key taped to the paper. The note said, "Small apartment above my garage, furnished, heater works. Yours for $200 a month, utilities included, until you get back on your feet. No contract, no deposit, just show up." It was Phil's handwriting. I recognized it from the checks he sometimes paid with. I sat in my dead car and cried. Just sat there in the grocery store parking lot and cried like an idiot. I drove to his address that night. Had to get a jump from a guy at the auto shop first. The apartment was exactly what he said. Small, 1 room with a bathroom, but it had a bed and a heater and a shower, and it was warm. I lived there for 11 months. Phil never asked me questions, never made me feel small. Once a month I'd slip $200 under his front door. Sometimes he'd leave groceries on the apartment steps, eggs, bread, coffee, never said a word about it. I saved enough to get my car fixed, then saved more. Got a better job at an office downtown. Started actually sleeping at night instead of waking up every time someone walked past my car. When I finally had enough to get my own place, I went to thank Phil, told him I'd never forget what he did. He just shrugged, said his daughter had been homeless for a while before she died. Nobody helped her. He couldn't help her, but he could help someone else. That was 6 years ago. I'm doing okay now. Got my own apartment, nothing fancy, but it's mine. Last month I saw a kid sleeping in his car behind that same grocery store. Same spot I used to park. He had work clothes hanging in the back window just like I did. I left a note on his windshield with a key and an address. The apartment above my garage is small, but the heater works, and it's warm. He moved in 3 days ago. I never told him about Phil. Maybe I will someday, or maybe he'll figure it out on his own when he's ready to pass it forward.